Hi guys, Alex here. Welcome back to Girl Talk. I've got a little bit of mess and a little bit of drama today for you guys. For today's video, we're going to go ahead and do a foodie follow-up. We're going to talk about two videos today. The first one is her TikTok chicken mukbang, and then later on, we're going to take a look at one of her most vile streams that she has done in a very long time. I wouldn't call this a new low, but you know, that speaks for itself. The fact that this isn't a new low speaks for itself, but it was pretty bad. And she comes after little old me, but not really. I don't really care. All that and more coming up on today's edition of Girl Talk. Let's just get right into it. I mean, shall we? All right, you guys. So let's go ahead and start off. Before we get into the fun, let's briefly discuss this butter chicken mukbang TikTok rage video. So she starts off by raging about Hermes bags. I do think that it's elitist to have to be chosen to buy a bag. It's just kind of ridiculous. Although now anyone can get one secondhand, so it has kind of lost its luster in that way. I just don't care enough. I'm not gonna rant about it. She goes after the mustard talk. I wonder if Amber is upset about this. I mean, she has been so into this mustard trend, but she's a hypocrite. I mean, if you don't like it, don't watch, right? She also comes for the large croissant and cauldron of cappuccino trend, but then realizes that she's also a symbol of Western excess. You can take the girl out of the Western world, but you can't take the Western world out of the girl, or something like that. The Western world. To be honest, I'm thankful that I live somewhere where I can get married and where my relations aren't a criminal offense. But I digress. Chantal rages at a Muslim woman who is, quote, super obedient to her husband because Foodie's never letting anyone control her, and I don't think she should. But there is some good advice that she should seriously consider following. At the end of the day, it's up to her to change, and it doesn't look like she can do this on her own. She talks about the relationships and the expectations over there in Kuwait. A man is expected to care for his woman, but the woman also has duties of her own. I mean, yeah, it's expected that both parties bring something to the relationship, which is something that I feel that she is lacking. This woman on TikTok that she's raging at likes to bring more women to her husband, and Chantal's not having it. She calls it forbidden or haram. Foodie doesn't like to share, whether it's her food or men. But that's totally fine because I'm not sharing either. What about that picture that leaked, I believe, in the fall that showed Salah in a red room with another woman? I mean, all you could see was the arch of his eyebrow. So they maintained plausible deniability. Her and Salah had a little bit of an argument situation type deal. Yesterday, Chantal came on in one of her vilest streams in a while, formerly titled I Hate This Community or something like that. Now it's called I Weigh 789 pounds. Happy? At least she's being honest about her weight. And she has a picture of the YouTube Underground as the thumbnail. In the beginning of the live stream, she's obsessed with calling the community white trash. She says that like 5 times in a row. But little does she know that people from all over the globe and from all different backgrounds have come together to call her out. And it's a beautiful thing because we get so many different perspectives. People that know the tea and can call her out for the BS that I wouldn't really know about, like the culture over there and the language. But who's the queen of the trash? Well, it's not you, it's Amber Lynn. Chantal is here to tell us and put us in our place. It's none of our business whether her marriage is real, what they do in the bedroom, how much she weighs. Well, that's one that she puts out on her own platform, so she makes it other people's business when she does weigh-ins on the internet. I mean, give me a break. What she eats is also none of our business. Again, she puts that out on her channel, so she's making it the internet's business. I'm so tired of this narrative from Amber Lynn yesterday as well. People can't have an opinion. You put it out there for public consumption. People are going to have something to say. If you don't want people commenting on it, don't bring it to the internet. That's like rule number 1. Chantal has always had this complex about mothers, and she thinks that they should be helicoptering every last waking moment of their kids' lives, but she goes after people like they have infants. These people don't have infants. She'll literally be like, you need to be taking care of your kid. and the kid's over 18. Like, what? Get over yourself, Chantal. One of the most hilarious parts of the live stream, which was less offensive and more delusional and fun, was when she claimed that she knows better than a nutritionist. They told her she shouldn't eat in her car. She really didn't like that one. And she knows better because she learned all of the good tips and tricks from TikTok. I feel like these days people are starting to use TikTok as an alternative to going to see the doctor, like WebMD, but worse because you don't even know these people's credentials. Yeah, let's just watch TikTok instead of seeing a professional. I'm sure that's going to work out so well. Clearly, it's working out for you, girl. Chantal takes things way too far. She goes so low. She starts attacking people's adult children, claiming that they're tootin', dancing, but really she lives in a glass house. I mean, not too long ago, she was on OF, hanging out with him, throwing money at him, doing you know what off the floor. In her not so distant past, like I said, the fact that this isn't a new low is really telling about how low down she has been in the past. She then goes on to call people in the community but after she says it, she even goes on to admit that things change and words take a different meaning. Like, isn't that kind of the point? She goes on this rant against cancel culture, like, you can't say this, This one really annoys me. It's like people having an issue with the things that you say is not the same as not being able to say them. I'll defend your freedom of speech, but people are going to take an issue with your speech when you're being absolutely disgusting. It's really just not the same thing. And at the end of the day, I feel like she's projecting because she even admits that she hates her past. She tells on herself like so many times during the live stream that makes me believe that this is all a projection. She's never going back to Canada. She wants to stay away from America. She claims that she has to eat to survive and that she's being dehumanized. I feel like this was set off because of Amber. I think that Chantal is very jealous of the attention that Amberlynn Reid is getting right now with her breakup. She recently put out a video yesterday saying that she was being dehumanized. Chantal literally said that word in her live stream. It just feels like she saw that and was like, let me copy your homework, change it up a little bit. She can't even make an original rage anymore. She goes after FFG. I mean, we've literally heard her say everything under the sun about FFG, but French Fried Girl completely destroyed her last night. She goes after dancers and says her doing OF is not the same thing at all. Okay, Chantal, like, what are you trying to prove here? She hates my voice and thinks that I look like hamburger helper grease. I just think that she's extremely unhappy and I don't envy her in any way, shape, or form. So it's honestly no sweat off my back. I don't care. Supposedly, while Chantal was doing this rage, Salah was in the bedroom sleeping and she's up all night. It was like 4 o'clock in the morning in Kuwait, and this is what she's spending her time doing. Speaking of Salah, there was also a little bit of drama surrounding him streaming the game GTA 5. Now, I did look it up, and apparently this game is banned in Kuwait. And I hate to defend Salah. Okay, so what happened was he was streaming the game, and there was an adult scene. You couldn't really see any parts. I thought it was funny that he was kind of sitting there not really saying anything, and the clip is pretty hilarious. But this is one of, if not the most popular game in the world. I don't think it should be banned. I mean, it's an M-rated game, which means that it's for ages 17 and up. His video was restricted, which I think is a fine move. I mean, every guy in his 20s and 30s that even has a little bit of interest in video games has played this game. So I don't think it really means anything. Just let a guy play his games. Lord knows he needs a little me time after being stuck in that apartment with her and having to watch. It must be completely suffocating. Well, he chose it, so I'm not being sympathetic, but imagine being stuck in that apartment with her. I was wondering, and I posted this on Twitter, I have a little conspiracy theory that maybe Chantal is bored of this relationship. Salah is embarrassed and ashamed of her behavior. So she's just ramping it up, being as vile as she could possibly be, so that maybe he'll just call it off, and then she gets to run to the internet and have her little ALR breakup moment, because Chantal will literally do anything to get the spotlight back on her. These two always fight for the crown in this community, but in reality, Amberlynn will most likely always hang on to that crown in the general YouTube landscape. As far as views go, Amber's channel will always do better than Foodie's, and Chantal's channel is even more unbearable to get through without a reactor. Yep, I said it. All right, you guys, that's going to be it for today's video. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below, and I will, of course, catch you guys in the next one. All right, bye, guys.